Why y'all gotta be hating on Bruno Mars? Why do y'all wake up with so much hate on Bruno Mars? He ain't doing nothing wrong. Please leave him alone. But nah, seriously, man, come on. Do we not have like a million and one issues to deal with? Black people in general. I, so there's this young lady who goes by this Japanese name, Sensei. I can't even pronounce the last thing. I won't even try to because I'm not Japanese. But her hate for Bruno Mars for not being black yet being a cultural appropriator is just it astounds me. Like, why? Of all people. You know, we got so many people in this world that we couldn't be hating on, and you wake up and you choose Bruno Mars of all people. Here's some of the things that she said. There's a complex article where they interviewed her, and let me just read two quick paragraphs. So she goes on to say the Ed Sheerans, the Sam Smiths, who are white, just people that when black people do what are seen as historically black art forms of any kind, but especially music, they're no novelty. It's like, okay, yeah, and then she says the N-word, N-words rap, or they do R&B, or they do hip-hop, or they sing gospel music, whatever. But then when a white artist or non-black artist, a non-black person of color comes along like an Adele or an Ed Sheeran or a Sam Smith or a Bruno Mars, it's a novelty. It's like, wow, even among black people, like, look at this non-black person doing what we can do, and they're doing it so well, it's amazing, and it gets elevated and amplified in a certain way. And then she says, that's racist, that's not fair. And look, I don't agree with you at all, Sensei, whatever your name is. If someone can sing, and if they have a love for black music and historically black art and music and things like that, let them do what they want to do. If Sam Smith's got the voice for it, and he loves that music, and he knows he can excel at that, let him do his thing. If Adele can do it, let her do her thing. If Bruno Mars can do it, look, we got so many black artists out there right now. Let me just take the Migos, for instance. All they do is sing the same crap 24/7, day in, day out. They use the same beats all the time. And they're not talking about anything that's uplifting in our community. Hate on them, because they're the ones that are actually dragging our communities down in the first place. Bruno Mars is trying to do a good thing, trying to help us to remember the things that we are so easily forgetting. Instead, you got songs like Ric Flair, Drip, Go, Woo! Hate on that for 1 minute. Don't nobody care about what Bruno Mars is doing because he's trying to do something that brings everybody together. And that's what it should be about. I'm so tired of seeing stuff like this from people. You got your white supremacists, and then you got these black supremacists that are just like, oh, we gotta have black power, all this stuff. Nah, man, we need to come together right now. Let Bruno Mars do his thing. Yeah, he's half Hawaiian, half Ashkenazi Jewish, you know, 1/4 whatever. But y'all weren't hating on Tiger Woods when he was excelling, and he's like 1/8 everything. So I'm not understanding where this woman's hate is coming from. She goes on to say, a lot of people say, what would you rather these artists do? You don't want them to do what they love? You have to recognize, and then she says, you have to recognize they're benefiting from a system of racism and white supremacy that literally elevates you solely because you're not black and keeps black artists kind of in a certain lane and in a certain place. As long as you're benefiting from that, that makes you an agent of white supremacy as far as I'm concerned. No, Sensei. Look, I feel like some people are like so woke. They're not even woke anymore. I don't even know what you call it. I don't know what you call this level of wokeness, because it's like at some point you become so woke that you're just not even woke anymore. Like, it's one thing to recognize racism when it's racism. It's another thing to just point at something and say, that's racist. And I feel like that's what she's doing right here. I feel like so many people are doing this and say, you can't sing black music because you weren't born to two black people. Oh my goodness, Meghan Markle, you can't do this because like, nah, just chill, y'all. We need to straight up chill and just understand that people are going to do what they love to do. And if they can excel at it, and if people love them for that, then you need to stop being a hater. Just stop hating. So to all the people that were talking on this Grapevine video and were saying that Bruno Mars is a cultural appropriator and that he's benefiting from this, of course he is benefiting from it. But who's like, why is this a bad thing? Especially when there's no one that's 100% black that's doing what he does. There is nobody. I feel like the closest person that's come to that is Usher. And he's not on the radar right now. So all we got is a Bruno Mars. So let my man do his thing. Please, y'all. That's all I got for today. This has been Tone's Take, episode number 68. Thank you for watching. I would love to know your thoughts and your opinions on this. My voice is almost gone. But that's all I got for y'all. Yo, hit me up with some more of that Bruno Mars beat. That Bruno Mars beat that keeps the world going. Let's go. Come on. How can you hate this? Really? I don't get it. I don't get y'all.